Okay, so I thought I would do some like basketball signs because it's March Madness. And I know it's almost finished, but I was going to do this before and then I forgot, and then I did a video about something else. Anyway, so I already showed you basketball. So some people do it different. Like here's a three hand, and you're like you're throwing it up, right? I've seen this for basketball. I've seen this for basketball. I've seen that for basketball. I've seen this for basketball, the dribbling part, and usually that's sometimes children will do that. They teach that in school, kind of start them up with that because you're dribbling a ball. And then I've seen guys do this because they're making a layup for basketball. So there's variations for basketball, but if you do it with three hands or two hands, it's not going to matter. It's almost like you're twirling that ball, right? And I guess I've learned it with the three hand, but I've seen it all different ways. And as long as it has that same motion, you get it for basketball. And then for, of course, March Madness, you have like a bracket. And so it starts out with 4, and then they go to 3, and then 2, and then 1, right? And so that, and I've actually seen them where they point to that one. 4, 3, 2, 1, and they'll point to that one because that's the winner. And you can almost do it like this, where you have the 4, you start out, and you start, the bracket. So if you want to just do it one-handed, you can, because it's not wrong, right? And I think I've seen it a lot of times, with that. And they may not do all. They may do 3, 2, 1 when you're talking. Have you got your bracket done? And then tournament. Some people do it like this, and that's also kind of like the bracket, and some people do it like this. And I have a tendency to do it like this only because of competition, and it's this side and this side. But also I know people don't want to get it confused with Ferris wheel, or, the fair, carnival, those things we've done. So I've also seen it like this. So it has the same movement, and they're in the context of a sport, especially like March Madness. You can do that. Sweet 16. The Sweet 16. What else for basketball? So when they do swish, it's the same as kind of a layup, right? But it's that whole facial expression. So you have like it's in a stadium or it's a crowd. So some people will take the crowd. Remember, we've done this, for a lot of people and a crowd. So, I've seen it 2 different ways. So I've seen it where it's done this, where they start out where you're high and you go down to the bottom of the stadium. I've also seen where you start at the bottom of the stadium and go up. I've also seen it where you start here at the stadium and go up, or opposite, right? And I don't know that there is a right way. I think it's just a preference style. I have a tendency to go from the bottom and go up, and some people do the other. I don't think it has, it doesn't matter. An arena is the same thing, where you have that crowd, it's in the arena or, whatever, their stadium may be called, and the tickets, this is the ticket to the game. Or airplane ticket that you're going to travel to the game. So here's a ticket, here's a game. Remember, we do our open A handshake. This is an A handshake, and when we open it, the A's just open. And then this is a game. And this is any kind of game, like a video game or a board game, like a board game. So you're going to go to the game, or did you see the game? Did you see it on TV? Oh, no, I had to buy on whatever, sports channel. Remember, we did like a YouTube channel. This is the old-fashioned channel, like for TV. And then if it's like a blog or a vlog or an online, then people do this because it opens up onto the screen. So you could actually do channel, like if you're going to buy a sports channel, you can still do that. Or if it's a YouTube channel, or something like that. But if people do this, like I say, oh no, I had to buy that sport, the ESPN channel. is the same thing, or channel. And sometimes it depends on the generation, or sometimes it just depends on the way it's done, or where they've gone to school, or it depends on different things. So it's good to know all those different signs for the same thing. So we've done sports. This is the same thing as competition, or who do you prefer, and you would spell out your sports name, or your college, and usually you use their initials. Whatever sign, if you know that sign for that, and if you don't, you can say the University of, Kansas, or UK, or KU, or U of H, or things like that, or just the different universities that are involved in the playoffs or the tournament. You could say the playoff, a playoff. You could do that, play off, and you're spelling it OFF. So instead of bouncing, right, you just go play off. You just move it, right? So I know this is a short one, but I wanted to make sure that y'all knew some basketball signs. But plus, it'll help you also, like if you're into golf and they still have a bracket, right? Football, wrestling, any sports or team sports, they will have like the bracket type thing, and they'll have like a tournament. They'll have a crowd, like golf, it might be, the crowd, because they're all standing up. And if it's in a stadium, it's either going to be up going down, or down going up. And I've seen both. And I've seen all four, So anyway, but enjoy and practice the signs with your hearing friends and your deaf. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.